Learn how to crash properly.
If all we have is time, then we'll be alright. It's not love, but it's better than dreaming.
What's happening, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I hope you guys are having an awesome day so far. I mean, I'm having a pretty good day. So honestly, I just woke up, had some breakfast, just been chilling out. As you guys know, I did hurt my elbow, not to go on about it, but I'm still resting. It's still a little bit sore, so I'm not doing anything on it for a little bit. So for today's video, I want to do something a little bit special, and it's a bit ironic too that I'm doing this video now after I've just been injured. Basically, what I wanted to talk about is 3 ways to prevent injury. So let's get started. Number 1, and one of the most obvious things to do to prevent injury, is always wear protection. So wear your helmet, wear knee pads, even elbow pads. If I had been wearing an elbow pad when I did my elbow, I would have been absolutely fine now, most likely because of the way it hit. But I mean, elbow pads aren't essential, knee pads aren't essential, but I highly recommend wearing them because I promise you it's going to help so much. One other thing that I wear, and I always wear, is my ankle braces. If you guys don't know, I've broken my ankles like, I've broken my left ankle 3 times and my right one once, so my ankles are just trash. But I wear ankle braces and they help me so much, like seriously so much. But I do recommend, the 3 that I really do recommend would be ankle braces, a helmet obviously, and knee pads. They are definitely the 3 that I always wear. From now on, I'm going to kind of start wearing an elbow pad on this elbow until it starts to feel better when I can start riding again. Another thing you could also wear is a mouth guard. I used to wear a mouth guard a while ago. For me, it was just a little bit uncomfortable with breathing and stuff, but if you can tolerate it, I would definitely suggest it too. Any form of protective gear is going to help you like so much, and it can prevent injury. I don't ever want you guys to have to worry about what people think of you and how you look at a skate park because you're being protected. Like, I think that's very dumb. Like, just because you want to protect yourself, you shouldn't be looked at weird. And even if you are, you guys just gotta think of the bigger picture and look past that and just worry about yourself, worry about your own well-being. If you want to ride all the time, all well and good to look cool, but I mean, you can't ride if you're injured. Number 2. So this one is, I feel like, very overlooked, even by myself, and 90% of pro riders even, and that is to warm up properly. So what I mean by warm up properly, I don't just necessarily mean when you get to the skate park riding, but even doing things like stretching and stuff like that, it helps a lot. Like, there's a couple of stretches that I like to do, and one of them is like pretty much called a scorpion, where you kind of like lay on your front and you put your leg around your back. Usually when I do that, it cracks my back really nicely, and that is one thing that's going to take a bit of pressure off all my joints and stuff like that, so it's not cracking when I'm actually riding. It's much better to do it beforehand. Another thing is just like doing things like walking lunges and stuff like that, just to really get your legs activated before you start riding, because otherwise you're going to jump straight into some bangers, and it's not good for your body to do that. It's not ready, it's not awake yet. You need to warm it up, just like anything, just like like a kettle. You know, when you boil a kettle, it's got to warm up. Yeah. Alright, that's a very bad analogy, but even after stretching, I would still recommend, like taking 5 to 10 minutes, even more, 15 minutes, of just kind of rolling around, getting the feel for it, because you don't feel the same every single time you ride at the skate park, do you? You always sometimes you feel a little bit different. So what you want to do is really just get a feel for how you're riding that day, how you're feeling at the skate park. You can use that to go off how you're going to ride for the rest of the day, and when you're warmed up, you'll be ready to go. Alright, so this last one, number 3, this video is going to be a little bit short, and I apologize for it, but basically I don't want to drag this on too long. I might add in a couple of just extras. I wouldn't really make them main points, but this number 3 is one that is going to help you so much. And this, in a way, it does tie into the first one, which I'll go over right now. So number 3, learn how to crash properly. Now, when I say that, there is a way to crash properly. Now, like, most of the time when you crash, it's obviously not intentional. You're never intentionally crashing, right? So, but what you can do is if you learn how to get out of that crash and bail from that crash in an appropriate way, you are way less likely to hurt yourself and to do damage to your body. So a lot of the time when people crash and stuff, their first instinct is to throw their scooter like underneath them, or, you know, just like go to their side and roll and all that type of stuff, which, yes, like it does work, but it's kind of, there is better ways to do it. Like, this is why I highly suggest getting knee pads, because knee pads are a very good tool to use. If you watch every pro rider that wears knee pads, people like Dakota Schutz, Dylan Morrison, Claudius, all them people, Raymond Warner, whenever they crash, their first instinct is to go to their knees, and it's something you kind of have to teach yourself when you first start wearing knee pads, but it's something that will really, really help you in the future. Like, it's really going to help you learn how to crash, and it will prevent injury because you just go onto your knees. You generally, like, you're taking the pressure off the rest of your body, and it's a good way to get out of a bail. Crashing is inevitable, and it's going to happen no matter what when you're riding and stuff, especially when you're trying to progress. But the biggest thing with this and why I made this video is because learning how to do it and learning ways to prevent injury and stuff is going to make your riding career 1,000 times better, and probably 1,000 times longer too. One other thing I'm going to add is to be confident with the tricks you're doing. So a lot of the time, like when people bail out on tricks and they crash on tricks and hurt themselves, it can be because they're not fully committed to the trick, to doing the trick. You know, a foot slips, you slip off, you bail and stuff like that. The more you have it in your head that you're committed to the trick and you can land the trick, the better it is. This is why I recommend practicing on resis and stuff over and over again. Although this can't always work because a lot of people don't have resis to practice on, but at the same time, you can still use this same concept on other things. Meaning, like, if you're trying to triple tail whip, maybe make sure you can double tail whip every single go before you try triple. Use that as your way of progressing, and then this way you can kind of like be confident when it comes to doing the triple tail whip, if that makes sense. Anyway guys, that was a very short video. I apologize that it was so short. I can't really ride, and like right now I'm like, I have to basically rely on other people to go out and ride for me to make a video, and I don't want to have to do that. Although I'm very thankful for the friends I have that help me do that, because it means a lot to me, because I love making videos and I need to make them every single day. We can't miss a day, no matter what. The grind never stops. Alright, so let's not talk about that. But I'm honestly going to give it, I think, maybe another 2 or 3 days. As I said, like my elbow isn't too bad. It's just one spot where I push down and it's a little bit sore, it's a bit tender, and I think that's just a bit of swelling around the bone or whatever else, around the muscles, and I think I'll be fine. Like, I've been icing it every single night and really resting it and stuff, so I think in just a matter of days it should be fine to go again. We'll ease back into it, we'll warm up, we'll wear protective gear, and we'll learn how to crash. I'm kidding, but seriously. Anyways guys, that's gonna wrap up the video. I hope that this video did somehow help you, maybe a little bit. If it did, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know that it's something you're gonna try out, you're gonna do. Especially with the wearing the like protective gear and stuff like that. I think a lot of people care way too much about what people think of them when they're doing it, and that's what makes them not do it. And then when they don't, they end up hurting themselves, and then they're mad because they didn't wear it, and it just goes on. So just take into consideration what I've said, and I hope it helps you guys somewhat. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash a huge thumbs up. You guys have been absolutely killing the videos lately, and your support, all the comments and stuff I've gotten from you guys off like YouTube and Instagram about my arm and just telling me to get better is seriously just so overwhelming. Like, it's just so overwhelming. I can't even tell you guys. I'm so thankful for all of you. If you are new, make sure you subscribe, become a part of the Volofam. There are some banger videos coming out. I just need to be able to ride them when I can. It's going to be epic. Also, I will be in Sydney on the 19th until I think the 22nd. So around like 4 days, something like that. I'll be in Sydney for the ASA finals, the nationals. I'm so keen. I cannot wait. I'm going to be judging it. I'll be judging like half of the days. It's going to be so much fun. So guys, if you're in Sydney, come and see your boy. Come say hi, what's up. I'll also be filming everything always. I'll see you guys tomorrow.